My father's death in 2019 made my life feel as though it had come to an end. And this mindset affected my relationship with people, elders, peers. It didn't matter. I struggled with trust, yet I desperately sought love and happiness. So what began as a normal grief eventually developed into so many other issues. The pain was so deep I couldn't easily bring myself to calling anyone, even God, Father. I want to thank God for healing of two kinds, healing of the body and healing of the soul. Sometime last month, I fell ill with malaria, and unlike some previous episodes, I wasn't completely knocked out. I could still go about my day, that's in November, almost normally, and even though I knew within me that I wasn't feeling too well, I just went on, and I had some reluctance to take drugs. So when they finally got drugs for me, I didn't get the drugs. I completed the 3 days malaria drugs in 5 days. It was that bad. But barely a month later, this 1 month later fell on the Friday we had our last Prepare to Meet Your God Tarry. I woke up that morning completely overwhelmed by weakness and fever. My eyes were reacting to lights. I was so surprised that the person who slept on Thursday a bit better woke up on Friday terribly sick. And of course, it dawned on me that that's how people used to die. And I went back to bed. So I woke up by past 6. I was like, okay, maybe I woke up by the wrong side of the bed. So let me sleep a little. Just maybe I may wake up by the right side. And I did that till it was about 10. I couldn't believe myself. The more I wake up, the more I was like, wow, this is real. So it got terribly bad. And I was totally knocked out before the midday, that before 12 p.m. And I was just on the bed, couldn't use my phone, couldn't look at the light till about 7 p.m. that same day. I had to cancel everything I had for the day, mutter some prayers, sent a few messages. But I want to thank God for the healing that came eventually, not immediately. But when I came to the meeting, my shepherd prayed for me, brethren prayed for me, pastor prayed. I thank God that from that Saturday morning, at least the headaches reduced, but the pain lingered till about Tuesday or Wednesday. And I'm very grateful to God for that. May His name be praised. I also want to thank God for the healing of my soul, which began, just like a joke. The problem started like a joke, but the healing too also began like a joke. And I think as far as I can track, I believe it began sometime around 2022 or 2023. And that healing, addressed a deep pain and depression that started after my father's death in 2013. For many years, on the 23rd of December was usually a day that I was soaked with depression and sadness because it was the day my dad died in 2013. On the 19th of March, 2014 was when he was buried. So these 2 days usually strike a chord in my life. It didn't matter how my life was going. Once I realized it is 23rd of December, once I realized it is 19th of March, it's like a total shamble. Depression, hopelessness, just breakdown. And, my father's death in 2019 made my life feel as though it had come to an end. And I believe this is because I grew up knowing only my father. My mom died the day I was born. So if you talk about a parent, I just know a parent as a dad. So when he died, it was like, guy, you don't finish. All man for himself. So it did a reworking or a rewiring in my head. And this experience made me not understand motherly love. Even till now, I'm trying to understand what it means to have a motherly love. So fatherly love is all I understand. Losing my dad intensified the sense of loss. I believe at that point that my life was simply every man for himself in a wicked world. And this mindset affected my relationship with people, elders, peers. It didn't matter. I struggled with trust, yet I desperately sought love and happiness. As a result, I entered into several unhealthy relationships and even friendships, using them to cover for my loneliness and depression. Over the years, God has brought healing to me in many ways, through counsel from my shepherd, teachings from this house, the moment pastor would just personally address me during a meeting, and even the 2024 Bethel Farm Camp. The few times pastor spoke to me, let's say during a devotion, he also addressed that fatherly love thing indirectly, and it hit me really hard that, that was an issue. Exhortations from Brother John Justice in the Ike house in 2022, the times I will feel depressed or wake up with this cloud over my head, he would exhort, and a lot of that, even through my brethren, my brethren, not brethrens, my brethren, whom I can truly call friends, I am grateful to for all of this love and care. Those who checked up on me and corrected me when I withdrew myself. I just withdrew myself from things. I used to be terrible. I could be with people, but I somehow successfully find myself alone. So I cannot say I'm completely free from loneliness yet, because certain times I often find myself, withdraw from people at times, maybe a few times if you can catch me. But, I'm thanking God that I have people around me and in my life this time around. So the times I find myself wanting to give up on God, wanting to draw away from church, those were the times I did not have friends. So it's one thing to have brethren. It's another thing to have friends amongst brethren. They were like my strength during those weekdays. So whenever I had those times like, oh, I want to walk away, I want to give up on this God thing, I just knew that, guy, you don't have friends. So that attitude, of course, was a disobedience to my shepherd's instruction during my first year at God's Lighthouse, when she just simply said, make friends with brethren. I did not fully obey. Instead, I had only a few friends at different seasons of my life. And though God still used those few seasons of my life with those, my brethren, I can call friends, to be a blessing to me. I want to thank God for Udoh. I want to thank God for Loretta, Princess Victor, and even Chidozie Edwin. These are the 4 people that I know that at different points of my life, I can say that they have been my friends, because it didn't matter at what point I was. They always spoke truth into me, and they just gave me sense. They were the people that I know have been very direct, and they didn't care who you are. They didn't care whatever you think you are becoming. They just told me things as being what they are, and of course, it really helped me. And I recognized the issue much better. And of course, God began to work on my struggle. So what began as a normal grief eventually developed into so many other issues. The pain was so deep, I couldn't easily bring myself to calling anyone, even God, Father. It was a terrible thing. I can't say anybody's my father. But I didn't have an issue calling anybody mother. Let's say I want to buy food and people say, Momsy, give me food. I didn't mind. Momsy, anything, I could say it. But when it comes to saying, oh, let's say I go to an uncle's house, it was very hard for me to say the word father after the passing of my dad. But I am grateful to God that I now can call God Father. I can just say, dear Father, dear Lord. I could just say those things. And I don't feel the pain. 23rd is in some days. I don't hope to be sad. Last year, I was not sad. March 19 came, I was not sad. So I am grateful to God for this healing, and may His name be praised.
Thanks for watching. For more stories of God's transforming power, as well as all the life-changing content, do check out the links in the description. Please do not forget to subscribe, like, turn on your notification bell, and share. God bless you.